Welcome to Chimes at Midnight. Today we're going to talk about why you need a home bar. A home bar. Why do you need one? Well, we discovered why during... Oh, thank you. We discovered why during the pandemic, because the first thing that happened was all the bars closed. What were we going to do? Happily, here in New Hampshire, normally enlightened in many ways state, the liquor stores stayed open. There were a lot of weeks where we spent a lot more money on alcohol than we spent on food. The good thing about a home bar is it's open when you say it's open, not when somebody else says it's open. But the bad thing about most home bars is that they're just an afterthought. Now, there are reasons for that, and we won't go into those today because we just want to get to the reasons that you need one. So, to make your life better, what you need is a planned home bar, and here are 5 good reasons to have one. Number 1. We haven't said this today, but I'll say it right now. Want to say it with me? What? Forswear thin quotations! See what I mean? I was at a bar in Florida a few weeks ago, and I ordered a margarita, and it got served to me in a pint glass, a beer glass, 16 ounces, I think. Is that right? And I watched the bartender make it, and that 16-ounce margarita had 1 ounce of tequila in it.
What?
Exactly. That is a scant potation. It's hardly a potation at all. Here, what we want to do is have potations that are meaningful. We, round up. If it calls for 3/4 of an ounce, give it an ounce. If it calls for 1.5 ounces, give it 2, or better yet, give it 3, or follow the most famous cocktail writer during the 1950s and 60s, David Embury, and bring your glass full to within 3/8 inches of the rim. Okay, so number 1. Number 2, why should you have a home bar? Because it'll be better than almost any bar you can find anywhere unless you live in London next to the Savoy Hotel, or in New York next to, say, Death and Company. Typically, what you find when you go to cocktail bars is they'll have a menu of the cocktails that they want you to order. Sometimes they're not a bad menu, sometimes they're even pretty good, and a lot of times they really are horrible. If you ask for the drink that you really want, let's say a Royal Bermuda Yacht Club.
What?
They'll be stunned, exactly. They will have no clue about what you're talking about. Whereas at your home bar, you can make almost any cocktail imaginable and make it at least as good and much stronger than you can find in a bar. The third reason that you want a home bar is to save money. If you go to any cocktail bar, you're going to pay between $10 and $20 for one scant cocktail. At home, you can make that, well, you wouldn't make that same drink, you'd make a bigger and better one, and it would cost you far less money. So we're talking about the household economy here. 4, food. Cocktails, for reasons that I can't understand, have been so terribly neglected when it comes to pairing with food that it's time we together did something about that. Think of a piece of beautiful white cod with a martini, for example. It's a wonderful pairing. The sweetness of cocktails often goes perfectly with the savory of food. We've used wine and beer to pair with food. Well, I'm telling you right now, the cocktails make a lot more sense. And 5, this leads to, let's say you drink a bunch of red wine with your dinner, which we've all drunk too much of. Well, what happens to you in the middle of the night?
Headache!
Oh, God, yes! It was so painful. Yes, you'll wake up with this horrible headache.
Where's the bathroom?
Well, exactly. If you've had beer with your pizza or your burger, what's going to happen? You've drunk 5 beers and you hardly got drunk at all, and you got to wake up in the night and take about 5 leaks. If you drink cocktails, basically, you're going to sleep better. So there you go. those are the 5 good reasons that I can think of, and there are of course a lot of others, to have a bar in your house. But it can't just be a haphazard bar. It can't be hidden in some kitchen cabinet or under a counter or in a place where you can't get to ice or you can't get to water. It has to be a bar that's well thought out. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to claim your attention by helping you have the best possible bar. We'll talk about things like ice, because you can have one of these big rocks in your home and it won't cost you very much. Bitters, utensils, particular spirits. Did we remember to put bitters in this old-fashioned? Would you like give me some bitters right now? Yeah. What to do if you forget to add one of the critical ingredients to your cocktail like that? Let's see. Tastes good to me. Particular spirits, the health benefits of cocktails, and importantly, we'll talk about context.